Hello? Oh, it's on. Good morning. Remember, you all have a certain seat that you're assigned to, a certain seat you are assigned to. Make sure you're sitting in your assigned seat. Sit on your assigned seat. It's on the back, yeah, wall. Good morning, everyone. On this beautiful, Xavier, I can see it in your ear. It was blinking. Take your hat down, okay? It was like bright blue. You had me. You had me. Okay. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Have a seat. Make sure you're sitting in the right seat. Make sure you're sitting in the right seat. This is how teachers know who's here and who's not here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get started. Mr. Shin, could you lower the volume? Okay, guys, put away your phones. Put away your backup phones. Put away the phones that are on your laps, where you're watching videos. Put it away. Put away the phones you're holding up in your face. Jimmy. Okay, so I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend. The weather is so nice. Today it's rainy, so hopefully the rain will go away and we'll dive into autumn really well here. Okay, so on Friday, September 15th, marks the beginning of a very special month here in the United States. It's Hispanic Heritage Month. Let's give it a hand. So from time to time, we will be doing cultural celebrations and learning about different cultures or different communities here in the United States and the greater world as well. And so this week is going to be our celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month. Okay, and the way we are going to be doing this is you are going to have little videos introducing you to different Hispanic countries throughout the day, and your teachers have those slideshows and they'll be presenting. We also have candies from all over the world from different Hispanic cultural countries in the office. Now, I have a peanut allergy, okay? That means I have to be careful what I eat. If you have allergies, please be careful what you eat, okay? Miss Gonzalez knows what's in the candies, okay? She has the ingredients. So when you go and you see that there is a candy there, if you know you have allergies, please talk to Miss Gonzalez before you eat anything, okay? But those will be in the office throughout the week. We'll have different countries each day, different types of candies each day. But to start off Hispanic Heritage Month or week for us, we actually have a guest speaker that's going to talk to you today about the importance of culture and tradition and understanding and valuing your heritage. And so he's a wonderful, wonderful person. He's actually the father of 2 BIA alumni. And when his kids were here, he was super plugged in and really, really helpful. We really appreciated all his help. And he's also Miss Gonzalez's dad. So let's give a hand to Mr. Gonzalez.
Good morning. Everyone's awake? Yeah, me neither. So for Spanish Heritage Month, it's always good for you guys to learn about your cultures, you know, and understanding other people's cultures. You know, we have, you know, El Salvador, Ecuador, Puerto Rico, Mexico. What culture are you guys from? Colombia? Colombia is very beautiful. I love Colombia. Puerto Rico, that's Boricua. Honduras, beautiful. Cuba, excellent. See, those are the things that we need to learn more about our heritage. What I'm learning more, what I'm noticing that the younger kids now don't know too much about their culture. You know, you worry too much about your phones and other little things, but you need to learn more about your culture. At a young age, when I graduated from high school, I remember that I felt a little lost because even though, I graduated, did everything that I was supposed to, but there was something missing. And when I ended up learning more about my culture, which is Boricua, Puerto Rican and Ecuadorian, I started traveling more with my parents. When I ended up going to Puerto Rico for the first time, I started learning about their music. I mean, I was always so used to about listening to to R&B and rap and all that, but when I started listening to their music, the salsa, merengue, and then the little types of food, the seasoning in their foods, and then ended up going to Ecuador, and learning their culture, which is way different than in Puerto Rico. Then I'm like, I felt more proud of myself, of my heritage, because there was two different, it was two different heritage, two different cultures, and it was exciting. And I wanted my kids to learn that also. So I remember 5 years ago, before the pandemic, we ended up traveling to Puerto Rico twice, and we showed them, all the different, all the different beaches, the music, their culture, all the history, and they loved it. But then when we went to Ecuador, we did something different. We did a road trip. We started from Quito, which is the capital, and we went down all the way to the coast, and we went to different areas, different cities, and learned so many different things. I mean, for me, it was so interesting that one country has so many different, so many different history of it, and like again with the food and the quinceañeros and their clothes, what they wear, what they spoke, even the language is a little bit different because the Puerto Rican language is a little bit more of a slang, especially when you're from here. But in Ecuador, it's a little bit more, more strict, more educational, more pop. It was just different, and and it was exciting and learning all these different words and my kids ended up loving it, especially my son Michael. He ended up trying every single dish. I mean, even dishes that I would not recommend to try. And and it was exciting. It was really exciting. We learned the culture about our churches, our buildings, the antiques, the authors that that exist there, the struggles, their fight, for their freedom, for everything. And and it's always good for you guys to do that as well. Try to learn your culture, your heritage, because you'll feel so much better. You feel you feel like more powerful. And the big difference about that is that once you learn about your culture, you'll be able to teach others. And by teaching others, you'll teach them how to, help them understand it, appreciate it, and most important, respect it. I love when people ask me where I'm from, and I let them know, like I'm Ecuadorian, Puerto Rican, American, and I'll explain, each bit of my culture, and they love it. Where I work at, I'm always talking about my culture, and and the most important thing, which I think you'll all agree, is the most popular thing, the most important thing in a Hispanic culture. What would that be? What would you think it would be? One of the biggest, most important thing is the food. When we get together, our food, I mean, we have we have seasoning, we have adobo, we have all these different types of seasoning and spices that it makes our food taste great. And then when we and it brings our culture, our family together, because of that, because of the food. They want to try the food. I mean, when I have invites in my home, I mean, I only remember a day that I had someone tell me, no, I can't make it. I mean, the first thing they ask is what are you making? My wife does all these different dishes. I know how to cook. and we both cook all these different types of food, and we cook both of them, the Ecuadorian dishes and the Puerto Rican dishes, and they love it. And by me learning all that, it made me, I think, more positive. Love myself more. Respect myself more, and respect other cultures. I love learning about Colombia, Honduras, Cuba. I mean, it's just you tend to respect all that and what their culture went through, their heritage and their country went through and what they're fighting for. Right now, Ecuador is going through a little struggle, and we need to learn how to work with that, how to fight for it and fight for our, their freedom, and they're still fighting for their freedom. So, learn more about your culture, learn more about Colombia. I know Colombia has excellent food also. Cuba has beautiful, beautiful food, and their beaches, and I mean, learn everything about that you need to know, especially this month. This month, I mean, I think in 1968 it was, I think the Spanish heritage only for a week, but then 21 years later, after, they made it a whole month. That tells you something, because we can't learn everything in one week, especially our Hispanic heritage. We need a whole month. I think we need 2 months to learn all of our heritage and our cultures. So take time to, sit down with your parents or ask other people about, your country, your culture, and you'll learn so much more, and you'll feel much more about yourself. It's almost like it lets you know who you are and where you came from. You'll learn more about your parents. You'll learn more about your grandparents. When I started learning things about my parents and my grandparents, it was so exciting, because you could see how they lived. You could see how they worked hard for us to make it where we're at now also. Because their culture it's all about making sure that our future is set. Again, what other countries do we have here? We have Cuba, Colombia. What other ones? Mexico? And take some time. Take this month. I know the school is going to work on teaching you more things and showing you so many different things. And I guarantee you that you're going to probably see things that you never even knew. The things that your culture has, your heritage has, it shows you. Believe me, when I started learning more about Puerto Rico and Ecuador, it was the best thing that I did. It was the best thing. And I feel proud of my heritage. I feel proud of the culture. Because before, they used to ask me, where you from? It's like, I'm from the Bronx. Now, when they ask me, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Boricua, I'm Ecuadorian. I'm proud of it. Yes, so you should be. Okay, do we still have my time or that? All right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gonzalez. Let's give him another round of applause. That's a lot, and that's really good food for thought, okay? So we are going to be learning about Hispanic heritage, in this week specifically. We're going to concentrate it, but as he said, learning about your own culture and your own heritage leads to a better understanding, and it also leads to better sharing. Here at BIA, we are so diverse. There's so many different cultures represented in one room, right? And all of you have your unique backgrounds and the unique intricacies that made you who you are. And not only is that special, but you can also learn so much from everyone in this room. I guarantee if you talk to everyone in this room, they have different backgrounds and different cultures. And you yourself will be more educated, and you have a richer understanding of the world if you have that give and take with each other. So it's really priceless. Okay, so take advantage of learning from other people and their cultures. And this week specifically, we're really going to dive into a celebration of our Hispanic, heritage here in the United States. There's a lot of different Hispanic countries represented, even in this room, we heard. So it's an exciting time to celebrate that and to celebrate our families and our students that share that Hispanic background. So again, as I mentioned, we are going to be doing the slideshow throughout the week, and then we will have candies in the front office, okay? Please, I cannot stress this enough. If you have a food allergy, talk to Miss Gonzalez before you eat anything, okay? Please, 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 okay? To make sure that you're not eating something that will make you sick. Okay, she was mindful of the general big allergies, but I really, really want to stress you talk to her first. Okay, so that all being said, I think Miss Perkins, you had an announcement to make, so let's welcome up Miss Perkins.
Right. Good morning, everybody. This announcement is for the entire school, which is why I'm giving it here instead of just to the seniors. Basically, there's something coming up next week on Wednesday evening. There's a college fair, college and career fair, which is going to be happening at the Hartford Healthcare Amphitheater. So that giant event center that's just up Lafayette from here, if you've never seen it, we're going to walk there together. For anybody that is interested in going, we're going to walk there together. Myself and Dr. Swartz will be taking you there if you're interested. So it is next Wednesday, the 27th. It starts at 4:30 and could go as late as 7:30. We don't have to stay for the entire thing. But I just want to mention something about college fairs, because basically what's going to happen is that there will be over 200 different colleges represented there. Some of the colleges are also going to be coming here personally to speak to you and just share a little bit about what they have to offer. But even for the freshmen and sophomores, if you have never been to a college fair, if you have never even considered college yet and are just looking to learn a little something, get a taste of what this process can look like, I really encourage you to go and speak to some representatives, some of the admissions folks, and start to get a sense of what is out there. And these are all colleges that are relatively local. So if you enjoy this area, or if you have any interest in staying in this area, you have family around here, even for our international students, right? There's a lot of options right in the New England Northeast area. Okay, and the first college fair I ever went to, honestly, I went down the line, I just went one table at a time and said, do you have this major that I'm looking for? And then if they didn't, I moved on. And then if they did, I stopped and asked some questions about what it was like to apply. But sometimes you don't have to talk to every single person, but if you just go around and meet some folks and have some conversations, there's a lot that you can learn about what's available. So there are some flyers like this that are going to start to be put up around the school. They have a QR code, which is how the colleges will be able to gain some information about you. If you'd like to get more information about them, that's how they're doing the kind of sign up for more information these days. So I will reiterate this next week. The flyers are going to be up, so I really encourage you to sign up. And then if you do sign up, please let us know so that we can meet here and go together and we can support you in this thing. So especially seniors and juniors, but really everybody should consider going. Thank you. Yes,
They usually have free what? Oh, free stuff. Yeah, swag. Okay. That being said, is there any other announcement, teachers? Block scheduling next week. Oh, that's good. That's the first time this year, right? So that's important. So next week we have block scheduling, and that's to help with labs in science. We will be posting the block schedule around school, okay? Please make sure to look out for that and be aware of that. I am sure your homeroom teachers can remind you as you go. This impacts seniors more than anyone else because of senior privilege. You have to keep in mind when you need to come because the schedule changes a little bit. So seniors, it is very important that you talk to your teachers about block scheduling and understand the expectations of when you need to be down here. Okay? Oh, yes, Mr. Chris. Yeah. So if you didn't hear him, pay attention to the announcements, okay? Because he will be announcing where to go for PE depending on the weather, okay? That all being said, oh, Miss. Sure. Do you want to come up here? Let's welcome up Miss Al.
All right, so again, real quick, we're gonna do a community service opportunity. If you need community service hours, we're gonna be cleaning the turtle tank, so if you'd like to come over, that'll be tomorrow after school. You can stay as long or as short as you'd like to get some hours, okay? So if you take the bus and you wanna just come in for a little bit, you can help us out. Just let me know if you come. I have a sign-up sheet on the turtle tank, so just let me know. Also, this Friday, for all of those who are in hiking club, we will be going on our first hiking trip. So if you want to come, you do need to give me the permission slip and money, okay? Just keep that in mind, otherwise you can't come. And we do have limited spots, so if you want to come next time, just let us know. Maybe we can have more drivers for you. But yes, enjoy.
Awesome. Okay, everyone, on that note, have a wonderful week. Stop by the office for some candy. Bye, everyone.